Jai Hind friends, my name is Dharmesh Joshi. Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is 17th of February and this is death anniversary of legendary Vasudev Balwant Fadke, most commonly known as the father of Indian armed rebellion. He was the personality who again sparked the flame of rebellion against the Britishers after the failure of 1857 rebellion. He was awakened by the plight of poor Indian farmers caused by severe repression by the Britishers. We can call him Robin Hood of India. Even the Western people are suspicious if they really had a Robin Hood or it is just a myth. But we did have, and we can say it evidently. Because during his rebellion against the Britishers, he made many raids on the wealthiest businessmen, most precisely the European businessmen, and he distributed all that money in the poor peoples who were ill affected by the famine. He was a firm believer of equality. He had a mentor named Laoji Ragoji Salve, who belonged to the so-called lower caste, and he told him the importance of participation of every section of society in his rebellion against the Britishers to overthrow the British yoke from the Indian territory. By the sake of his activities, Britishers once declared a booty of 4,000 on his head, and interestingly, in response of that, he himself declared a booty on the governor of Bombay Presidency, and he set a prize money for every European oppressor's head. Vasudev Balwant Fadke was born on 4th of November 1847 in the Shirdon village of Raigad district of Maharashtra. From the childhood, he preferred physical training on top of the theoretical education. He learned horse riding and other combat skills and the wrestling. After that, after some years, he got a job of clerk in the military accounting department. From there, he get known about the repression and the atrocities that were being done by the Britishers on his Indian brothers and sisters. Later, he came in contact with Mahadev Govind Ranade, from whom he known that how Britishers are exploiting both Indian people and the Indian economy. Then he started participating in the public meeting. In the year of 1870, he himself hosted a public meeting against Britishers for the grievances of people. He himself found a society which is named as the Aikyavardhan Sabha, and he was also one of the co-founder of the Maharashtra Education Society, which is now running around 77 institutions in the various parts of Maharashtra. After the deposition of Gaekwad rulers of Baroda in 1875, he became more critical about Britishers. He started holding public meetings on its own, and he started motivating people to organize an armed rebellion against the British government because he believed that this is the only way to this is the only remedy to all the ills which the all people of India were suffering that time. Meanwhile, another incident came across. His mother was very ill, and he approached his British officer to grant a emergency leave, but he did not get that. And when Fadke reached his village, his mother was already died, and this incident made him more angry. And then he decided to organize an armed rebellion against the Britishers. He started first he approached to the educated class of society, but the educated class and the upper class people were not very much in favor of a armed resistance because they had memories of 1857. Then he met with the tribal peoples and the peoples which are called lower caste. Mostly he organized Ramoses, and others are Kolis and the Bhils. He managed to recruit around 300 people in his army. Later, he himself gave them training. He taught them horse riding and the combat skilling and sh- shooting and other weapon handling skills. After that, he needed money, so he decided to making raids on the wealthy European businessman and the government department. He first made a raid on the revenue department of Pune. From there, he just got around 150 rupees, and from there, they started being considered as dacoits. But he did all the raids for just anthropogenic activity. He generally collect that money and then distribute it to the people who are affected by severe famine artificially caused by the Britishers, and they are making atrocities and they were not caring about anybody. After that, meanwhile, he got support of Jyotiba Phule and Bal Gangadhar Tilak also in the indirect ways. But in the year of 1879, he faced a setback when the Ramosi leader Daulat Rao killed by English Major Daniel while he was returning from a loot with 1.5 lakh rupees. After that, Vasudev Fadke fled to Hyderabad, from where he started recruiting Rohillas and the Arabs. But he was still facing severe oppression from the Hyderabadi rulers and the Britishers both. He managed around 500 Rohillas to recruit in his armed insurgents group, and later he made many raids in the Pune and the surrounded areas, which were in the control of very much control of Vasudev Balwant Fadke. After that, British government announced a 4,000 rupees booty on his head, and on 20th July 1879 he was caught in a temple uh, where he was resting after a fierce military standoff with British army. Then he forged with many charges along with the charge of sedition, and then he transported to Aden for life imprisonment in Yemen. From there, he somehow managed to escape on 13th of February 1883, but again a booty was declared on his name, and the Somalians and the local Arabs made effort to capture him, and he was also and he captured soon. After that, he went on a hunger strike, and on 17th February 1883 he passed away. In his memory, in the year of 1984, Indian government released a 50 paisa postal stamp on his name, and a chalk in the South Mumbai is also named after him. Despite his this much of contribution, in our history books there is no place for him. So if you find this video informative and you want to make people aware about Vasudev Balan Fadke, please share this video. That is all about today's video. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe my channel. Jai Hind.